Africa, one of the most diverse continents in the world. Home to thousands of species of animals and some 1 billion people. The continent has produced a wealth of endurance athletes in bygone years, but there's traditionally been a gulf in cycling. One team looking to change that is Quebecer. Founded in South Africa in 2007, the Pro Continental team currently have 18 African riders on their roster. Douglas Ryder is the team principal.
Our theory when we started this team, and my dream was to develop an African world road cycling champion. You know, if you look at Africa, they've developed the best endurance runners in the world, so why not cyclists? If we can create a hero through one of our African riders, and they could be an icon in the sport and go to the Tour de France and go to the Vuelta and win a stage, then the bicycle might become cool across Africa. And if it becomes cool, then people will want more bikes, and then we'll see that pull through and the next future champion.
Hailing from Eritrea, MTN's Daniel Teklehaimanot is a beacon for cycling in Africa. In 2012, he became the first black African to compete on the UCI World Tour when he turned professional with Orica Green Edge. He rode at the Vuelta a España with the team and will be hoping to do likewise in yellow and black of MTN later this year.
It would be hard to be something like we are the first of rider from Grant or something special for me. When it's coming, I feel like it's hard, you know, it's a bit heavy. But yeah, I was really happy to be one of the black riders to be in the Pro Tour teams.
Daniel's journey from Eritrea to the Pro Tour started at the World Cycling Centre in Switzerland. He spent 2 years at the complex, where he received bespoke coaching and technical advice. He also had corrective heart surgery during his time in the country. Daniel's experiences riding in Switzerland readied him for the rigours of European competition.
Of course, for me, it's special for me. It's really changed for me because when I come to Eritrea first time, I don't know how it's in Europe cycling, you know. We know, but it's difficult to be compared with our home. So I'm lucky to be riding UCI and then teaching something. And I found something. Yeah. If I stay at home, it's nothing.
Last month, the 25-year-old almost marked his return to Switzerland with a stage victory at the Tour de Suisse. Having spent 150 kilometres off the front on stage 4, he was caught just 10 kilometres from the line. But Daniel hinted at his potential. With more race experience, he'll no doubt produce more results.
You've seen these guys have got the engines, and all we need for them is to get used to the international racing, riding in the bunch, the descending, the 200 riders on 3-metre wide roads. You can't replicate that in training. That's only, you have to do that physically in the races. Once they get used to that, then there's no reason why those guys won't stand on the top step of the podium in a Grand Tour.
Every riders want to be win every stage races, especially or classic races. So everyone is riding to win or for teammates' help. So of course I would like to win one day in the big races, and I hope one day be ride also all of the Grand Tour.
A 4-time African continental champion, Daniel Teklehaimanot is revered for what he's already achieved by his compatriots back home. He's seen as a role model for aspiring cyclists across the continent. With the support of an African-based team, the future is bright for the 25-year-old and for African cycling more generally.
If you look at Daniel, who's been in the World Tour or racing in Europe for 5 years now, he was kind of the pioneer for Eritrean cycling, and he's done more than anybody else has done, but and he's still building to become a really, really good rider, but he's like a real icon in Eritrean cycling, and there's so many guys that are coming through. In 10 years' time, I'd love to see, black African riders on the podium in Grand Tours, a black African road cycling world champion. It's a huge continent, and it's got massive opportunity and potential. It's a great story untold.